Staying with battleground Karnataka, these are visuals coming in of the roadshow of Union Home Minister Amit Shah that he is holding. It's going to be a blitzkrieg for the Union Home Minister in Karnataka today. There are at least 4 to 5 roadshows and rallies that are slated for the Union Home Minister to address. Like we've been discussing, it's a week to go before the first vote is cast in Karnataka, and all parties are making an all-out bid to woo voters. Saffron Party, the incumbent in the state, is hoping for a historic return. Over the weekend, we saw show of strength of the Prime Minister, brand Modi, on display in Karnataka. Today, we are seeing Union Home Minister Amit Shah leading the sea of saffron and a roadshow to ensure that they can sway this popularity and translate it into votes come election day. These are visuals coming in from Tumakuru in Karnataka, where the Union Home Minister is on his first roadshow of the day. There are several more that are slated for the Union Home Minister later in the day as well. This also comes on the day that the BJP released its manifesto, its Sankalp Patra. It's a 48-page document that lists the promises it makes for the coming 5 years, also gives a report card of the BJP of the 5 years that have gone by. Senior leaders of the BJP, the Prime Minister, have often spoken of the Congress's track record in the state and why they should not be voted to power, how the BJP has ensured there is inclusive development for all. That's the pitch that the BJP, that the Prime Minister himself has been making. Now we are seeing Union Home Minister in the midst of BJP supporters, karyakartas, workers and common people that have gathered there to catch a glimpse of the Union Home Minister as he embarks on the first engagement of his day. Harish, my colleague, continues to be with us on this broadcast. Harish, Tumakuru is where the Union Home Minister is currently. Give a sense to our viewers what exactly this area represents. Is it a BJP bastion or are they trying to make inroads here?
Well, this is a region where the BJP has significant presence because of the sheer fact that there are Lingayats present in this region. Several of Yediyurappa's followers have won the constituency, whether it's Tumakuru rural, Tumakuru city itself, and other constituencies in the larger Tumakuru district. But also it's a constituency where JDS and Congress too can't be ignored. They too have gained ground. And we will have to see if Lingayats will back the Congress here, back the BJP here, despite the Panchamasali reservation agitation that we saw. And many of them are not happy with the fact that the BJP government increased the reservation only by 2%. Their argument is it's not proportional to their population in the state. And they will once again approach the courts or look at how the new government deals with it. So the BJP wants to ensure that it doesn't see any erosion of its vote base in the Tumakuru region. They want to expand further, and perhaps Mr. Amit Shah's rally there is one of the strategy to ensure that the BJP consolidates in Tumakuru.
Absolutely. Like Harish was pointing out, the BJP is not on a weak footing there, but they definitely would want to expand its footprint back from 2018 assembly elections, where they had 5 out of the 11 seats in the district. They would definitely want to build on that, keep the momentum going. Political editor Amaria Shakil also with me. We've seen star campaigners of the BJP, including the Prime Minister, in Karnataka over the last several days. And now that we're in the home stretch of campaigning, we're going to be seeing more such appearances.
Yes, that's right, because the BJP realizes that they have to infuse the cadres. And particularly the local leadership has to be really up to the mark, because they realize that what it was a month back, Poonam, to now, it's very different. In the sense that, yes, the Congress may be having an edge, there may be anti-incumbency against the BJP, but they also realize that the central leadership has has that star power. That if the Prime Minister, the Home Minister, if Mr. JP Nadda and other ministers are on ground, that they would be able to send a message to the cadre that it is a united fight for the BJP and they must fight to win this election, and they must win it at any cost. And that is the reason why, if you look at it, the Prime Minister, Mr. Amit Shah, all of them are not just limiting it to rallies. They are holding those roadshows. And the roadshow mode of communication that the BJP does, they feel that it has greater connect. when the leaders are marching or walking or moving in a truck or a vehicle along with the cadres, then it sends a message of greater connect. It also sends a message that, the nuts and bolts tension that the BJP may have, the cadres who may be worried, disturbed because of the ticket distribution, all that has to be ironed out, and they have to look at the big picture, and the big picture is certainly of winning Karnataka, because as we have been saying, Poonam, that this is a window to the south, and this is a state which must be won by the BJP to ensure that it is able to expand its footprint in other southern states.
Absolutely. It would be a historic return for the BJP if they do manage to retain that state, because Karnataka has a history of voting to power alternative governments, which is why if the BJP can actually manage to retain the state, it would definitely be a fillip ahead of 2024 elections. And this is just one of the first road shows or engagements that we are going to be seeing of the Union Home Minister, Maria, today, which also goes on to show that the state is extremely important to the BJP, not just in isolation, but for the bigger scheme of things and for 2024 as well.
Yes, certainly, because, the BJP's calculation and strategy is that those 150 seats where the BJP came second, or where they can see a potential turnaround, that is where that the BJP is investing itself. If you look at it in the last 1.5 to 2 months, the various, political and government visits to the Prime Minister is an indication that, which is in, be it in Kerala, Kochi, where the Prime Minister was seen walking on the streets, to Trivandrum, to other parts, be it Telangana or in Tamil Nadu. The BJP is certainly sending a message that this is the potential catchment area for 2024. When in 2019 they won 4 seats in the state of Telangana, it came as a surprise for one and all. And that is the reason why the BJP and the central leadership trying to send that message that these are the areas where they are looking at expanding their footprint, and all that will begin only and only if they manage to retain this very, very crucial bastion of theirs, and the only one in southern India. And if you look at it, I'm emphasizing on the roadshow method of communication or campaigning by the BJP, because, Poonam, in the roadshows we see that greater connect. If you look at a rally on the dais, you'll have a presence of perhaps 20 to 30 party leaders or karyakartas. But when it is about a roadshow, then leaders get onto the bus where Mr. Shah is currently atop, and they get off and then they move on. So there is a greater connect where the cadre gets infused, they go back home, perhaps sending a message that all those differences which may be there because of ticket distribution or other challenges, that can be ironed out. It is about winning the state and retaining it. And if you look at the choice of districts, or the choice of focus areas of the BJP, they're looking at coastal areas. They are looking at a district such as where Mr. Shah is right now. These have been challenge areas. And it's very different from the BJP of during the times of Mr. Yedurappa, where he had Karnataka acceptability. Mr. Yedurappa is over 75 years old. So the younger leadership of Mr. Bommai and others are on ground. Mr. Yedurappa, of course, is campaigning. He was seen earlier today in presence of Mr. Nadda when the manifesto release happened. But, that rigorous campaigning that is there, that is certainly something that he's not able to undertake. And in the absence of Mr. B.S. Yedurappa, it's the leaders of this generation who are out there to send that message that they are carrying forward the legacy of B.S. Yedurappa. They're carrying forward the messaging of B.S. Yedurappa, and they're trying to send that message of greater connect, of ensuring that when it comes to the smaller areas, the smaller districts, the smaller villages of Karnataka, the central leadership is very much hands-on. They are trying to connect with the people to ensure that they win the state of Karnataka.
Absolutely. That connect with the last man on ground is something that the BJP is banking on to translate this popularity, the sea of saffron, into votes for the saffron party